waking up the morning of December 26th at my friend's house in Bend, Oregon. We just celebrated Christmas. And I just remembered seeing that footage of the aftermath of the tsunami and was just blown away by how destructive it was.
I was in South America spending time with my husband's family for the holidays. And it really, watching the images of the destruction and that massive wave that hit the shores of 11 countries, it really just kind of squeezes your heart, you know. And we were in shock for a couple of days, but then I started thinking, okay, what can we do? What can one person do apart from, of course, getting on a plane and picking up a shovel and starting the cleanup effort? So when I got home, I called up the executive director of ICLEI, who was a client of ours at the time, and I said to her, let's do a project. Let's send a photographer over there to the affected areas and let's photograph not death and destruction, but survival and resilience, because that is the real story. The real story of human beings who not only survive, but go on to rebuild, revitalize, and rejuvenate their lives, despite the tremendous damage and grief that an event like that causes. And she really loved the idea, and so we received a grant, a travel and photography grant, to do this, and I called up Dan Root, who I had been trying to find a project for a long time. And I said, Dan, how would you like to go to India and Thailand and photograph images of the survivors of the tsunami? And of course he jumped at the chance.
I said, let me think about it, and it took me a second. I said, I'm going. I was so excited about doing this project that I even took a second on my house, because I had no camera gear at the time, and spent about $25,000 in camera gear and jumped on a plane and flew to Thailand and to India to start documenting this rebuilding process after this tsunami that killed over 230,000 people and wreaked a lot of havoc on a lot of people's lives. I really didn't know what to expect. Having been a newspaper photographer for 7 years prior to the job that I had at that time, I'd seen some destruction, but nothing prepared me for what I was about to see. The thing that moved me most in both Thailand and India of the survivors of the tsunami was the resiliency of these people. I think I came away with a stronger feeling the importance of community and the people around you, and how important it is to lend a helping hand in emergencies, whether they're local or global.
Tsunami, Images of Resilience, is not really just about this tsunami. It's about the human spirit of resilience and strength that you see in any natural disaster. The reason that we want this book to get into as many hands as possible and to as many minds and hearts as possible is because we want to help raise funds so that the forward-looking projects and initiatives that are going on right now in India, Thailand, and some of the other regions that were struck by the tsunami, that those projects can go on.
For future generations, for people to maybe even have a blueprint of what to do next if it ever happens again.
And that's why we'd like you to come along and be a part of this project. So what are we going to do with the funds that we raise? Well, we need to print the book, which is hardcover and full color, over 100 pages. That's pretty expensive. Dan and I are both working for free basically, but we just need to raise these funds to get the book printed. And also, if we raise enough, we want to do an ebook so that those people who just prefer to read something digitally can also have it at their fingertips.
You know, I just tapped into my passion as a photographer to tell a story, and a moving story, and wanting to give back. And this is the one way that I felt I could really give back. You know, I can give back with my wallet, but giving back with my heart and soul felt just as important, and maybe a bigger contribution to the world.